Don't engage alone. We do this together.
Yeah!
Yeah!
We got it! We got
New 52 booklet.
it! Somebody clip this one.
Welcome to Justice League Unlimited Rewatch. I am Jared. I'm here with Nick from the Phoenix Press. What's up, dude?
You know, Jared, I heard a storm was coming. A hailstorm!
Yes, but I'm going to start off by saying this episode automatically gains 2 points because it features Jennifer Hale. Ironically, playing a character that... Wait. Ironically, she plays a character that could actually throw hail.
Actually, this gets 4 points because she's playing 2 characters.
Yes, that is true. But my thing is...
She's playing both Killer Frost and Gigantus, so this gets 4 points!
Yeah, and the point I was trying to make is that she has a character that literally throws hail.
Yes, so you're getting a double dose of hail.
That may add on another 2 points to that, so may gain 6 points.
This will be the first episode where he rates it bigger than 10.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there have been a few, but so we're talking about To Another Shore, and this. So Nick and I were talking before we started recording this, and yeah, so for a couple of weeks, every time we cover an episode that has a heavy political bent with the episode, we've talked about how like the show artfully like goes around and doesn't go heavy-handed. This kind of goes a little heavy-handed.
Yeah, we're not going to get into like... So it deals with global warming, which, by the way, now we call climate change, or whatever the term of the week is. And it goes over... It literally regurgitates the exact talking points on like the pro side of the argument. Like there's no nuance. It's just blah, blah, blah. And I'm not even against like the politics being there. I just don't like the way it was handled.
It wasn't written as well as it could have. And this is also what's kind of cool about this one. This episode kind of gives out a little arc for Martian Manhunter in that he doesn't like feel connected to humanity. And spoiler alert, what will happen later in the episode is that this is when he leaves the show until the final episode of the series.
Oh, wow. Wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because it's until the episode Destroyer, because the idea is that he says,
I'm a Martian. I'll live far longer than he did. And unless I find a way to connect with humanity, I'll live out that time totally alone.
So he just teleports down to Earth. Because if you notice, Jean has barely, if ever, left the Watchtower this whole show. Which is kind of cool how they do that. And so to start off, this is a nice little Wonder Woman episode where they basically homage Linda Carter, and that to turn into Wonder Woman, she spins.
When I saw that, I was very happy.
Yes, exactly. I was like, oh, I see what you're doing there, Tim. And you know what? I like it. And
apparently, her and Hippolyta are talking again.
Yeah, exactly. That too, and that's why Wonder Woman is like part of this global warming conference, because that was like a job that like the mother gave her. And they actually reference when Green Arrow says you become quite the diplomat. That's interesting because comics around this time, Wonder Woman, Themyscira had an embassy in DC, and Wonder Woman was the ambassador. So I like when they like reference that. By the way, so what's kind of cool about this episode, this was originally supposed to feature Aquaman as like the main guy, but it was removed due to the aqua embargo because he was in other projects.
What other projects? Like what, the Smallville episode?
Maybe Smallville. It was because, yeah, Smallville. Or in the spin-off series that only got one episode with Hartley as Arthur, as AC.
Oh, you don't even know, because like that was basically an unaired pilot. I think they like shoved it onto a DVD at one point.
And they had it on DC back when DC DC like universe was like a streaming app.
Wait, isn't Boba Fett in that show?
I forget, but if he is, that would be hilarious. But for this also extended to Black Manta. That's why you have Devil Ray. So Devil Ray is basically Black Manta, but they couldn't use Black Manta.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I was confused. I'm looking at the cast right now. I think I had him confused for Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah.
And Ving Rhames is in here. So, also Adriana Palicki is in the pilot. By the way, I'm just wanting.
Yeah. Wonder Woman ultimately became the main lead of the episode, with Timm mentioning that he had Aquaman been featured in the episode, John Jones's subplot would not have been included. Okay, so in exchange, we got the John Jones plot, which I'm
honestly, I think they made the right decision, because Wonder Woman doesn't get very many features in this, so this episode was sorely needed for her. Again,
he's the third member of the Trinity. I had to remind DC to wish her a happy freaking birthday.
Did they end up wishing her a happy birthday?
No. As far as I know, they didn't. Not even the Wonder Woman official Instagram or Twitter account.
What?
Yeah, as far as I know. I'm going to check again, because you know what? Screw it. I might as well do this. I want to see this, because if
it's one thing for like DC officials to do it, but not do it. But like,
guess what?
The actual Wonder Woman,
they haven't made a post since November of 2023.
What?
The official Wonder Woman account, and the same thing on Instagram, hadn't posted on Wonder Woman's birthday. Now, granted, I think it's the in-universe birthday for the character, but still, at least the Wonder Woman account should. My point going on this tangent was that Wonder Woman gets no respect in the DC world. So it's kind of funny.
She gets no respect. Gets no respect.
Exactly. You know what's kind of funny? I see so many people saying, I wish we got a DCAU Wonder Woman series. And when I really thought about it, I was like, do you really want the Hawkgirl? Do you really want the mischaracterized Wonder Woman to get a series?
I try to take a day off, try to have a semblance of a normal life, but you had to pick today to rob a bank.
Wait, please! I've learned my lesson. I promise!
No, you haven't.
Okay, counterpoint. What if we had actually gotten it and gotten some writers that actually cared about Wonder Woman? Thing.
They could have had any of those writers write any of the Wonder Woman featured episodes. They didn't. And
Agreed.
Remember, Bruce Timm himself said he considered Wonder Woman a one-note character. So do you really think he would go to the effort?
No, let's say they hired Gail Simone to write one, like basically. This is 2004, like 2004.
Which is funny because guess what? I believe she was on the writing staff for Justice League, and yet she didn't write the Wonder Woman episodes. This is why I have
this is prime Gail Simone, where she was she's still a good writer, but like this is when she was like at her best.
And by the way, she wrote a pretty good Wonder Woman run that I had the omnibus for. So I'm like, wait a second here, you had a Wonder Woman writer in there, and you didn't do it.
Okay. Let's construct our so basically, another person that's working on the show is George Perez.
Yeah.
And in this Wonder Woman show, Hippolyta is going to be voiced by Linda Carter, because
that's actually a good idea. That's actually a solid idea. And then Diana's voiced by Gal Gadot, because suck it.
Wait, you mean the woman who just won Miss Israel a few years prior?
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Time travel.
Like, why would you hire a beauty queen to do Wonder Woman? Like, I hear she's got some.
Well, Wonder Woman is the beauty queen. So anyway, back to.
You want the woman who is in Fast 4 to voice Wonder Woman?
Yeah, and there's no way she's going to be cast in the first ever on-screen appearance of the DC Trinity and then get her own hugely successful movie that will then later be followed up by a crappy movie because it was written by Jeff Johns.
I was about to say, breathe, brother, breathe.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. But anyway, so this episode follows the legend of the Viking Prince. And can I say, when they showed the flashback, the story of the Viking Prince, I liked the basically comic book panels that they used to tell the story of the Viking Prince. I thought that was kind of cool.
It was decently done, but it still felt a little cheap to me.
Which one? It's just the static image. Would you have preferred they do an actual
it's just they're literally just painting over paintings. It's just it
I
looks
kinda
nice.
like that,
I'm not
but
saying it looks bad, but it's
fair
just,
enough.
It's just a difference of opinion, bro. You liked it, I didn't. There's
That's
nothing
fine.
wrong with either of us.
Yeah, exactly. And so then we get a bunch of so by the way, this is one of the few times that Wonder Woman actually fights a Wonder Woman villain, Giganta. Again, this is my problem with the series. We could say that, yeah, I'm going to say this. As much as I bash on Bruce Timm, I'm not going to touch B-Task because guess what? B-Task is solid. Batman the Animated Series is solid. He nailed it with that. 100%. Superman? Yeah, I would say he nailed that one too because it doesn't feature a lot of Lois Lane. It's funny how that works. When he got the Justice League and he had all these other characters to deal with, that's when I think it went down a little bit. But anyway, it's because he gave all the attention to Batman again, and he forgot he's writing a show. He's working on a show that's not just Batman.
Funny enough, did you notice that Batman doesn't even make an appearance here?
I know, right? And the other thing I really like about this is, again, Green Arrow. Green Arrow got a lot of screen time in the show of the extended Justice Leaguers, if you notice.
Well, yeah, he's Green Arrow.
And I like when he's ziplining to the sub, he's humming his theme song.
Also, my favorite is Dinah said a buzzsaw arrow was
I know, I was about to say that. I love it. He goes, and Black Canary said a buzzsaw arrow was too self-congratulatory.
I
love that. That was really good. And I liked at the end of the episode the Viking funeral they gave Viking Prince as he drifts into the sun. I was like, okay, you know what? I like this. That's a good warrior's funeral.
Yes. He gets a hero's death.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I like the way that Killer Frost voiced the way that Jennifer Hale voiced Killer Frost.
Don't worry, Nick's old man brain is acting up again.
I knew you were about to say that.
2 hours later.
I like the way that Jennifer Hale... yeah, I hate you so much.
Oh my god. This thing is so old.
What the
I had to. You had an old man incident.
All right, Jared. You're going to need to censor this right now.
You had an old man incident live on the show. What? I'm not going to play that?
Whatever. I like the way that Jennifer Hale voiced Killer Frost. Bam!
It only took you 500 times.
But yeah, I think she did a really good job.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's a literal hailstorm.
You get the double hail. Double dose of hail.
Yes, exactly. And
all right, so let's get to the moment that we've all been waiting for. Jared, what would you rate?
No, I wait. I have to read the trivia first. Don't rush me, old man. So Diana makes reference to her mother, like we said, in the reconciliation, since Diana's heroic actions in the balance. For those of you that don't know, the balance is the episode where they make it so Hades is Wonder Woman's father. That was the first really dumbass decision that they made in the show. And by the way, whenever anyone says, "Oh, I want a Bruce Timm Wonder Woman series," do ya? But anyway, Diana jokes that she'd rather take a long day, take another day trip to Tartarus than attend the conference, which is what she did in that episode. Yeah. John is unable to fully read Giganta's mind because Gorilla Grodd managed to short out her brain. The same thing happened in the previous episode, Chaos at the Earth's Core, when Green Lantern tried to interrogate Metallo. The pattern was mentioned by Green Arrow. So yeah, it's basically Grodd basically did the whole cyanide in the tooth thing.
It's almost like there's a plot developing.
Yeah, exactly. Grodd makes reference to his ultimate goal, which is later revealed in Dead Reckoning. Wait, Grodd was in the Mission Impossible movie? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Before John bids his comments farewell, Flash gives him a hug, much to how he hugged Hawkgirl when she resigned from the League in Starcross. This seems to support the theory put forth in A Better World that the Flash is the heart of the Justice League.
I mean,
yeah,
it's been proven.
And then, like I said before, Jean does not appear until the series finale, Destroyer.
That's a long gap.
To give you an idea, he shows up in the same episode where we get the World of Cardboard speech. Oh boy, that's gonna be a fun one.
But you can take it, can't you, buddy?
Yeah, I whenever I do fan stories of Superman, that's going in there forever because that is like the greatest.
Will there be a World of Cardboard speech in Atlas?
Yes, there will be. And by the way, I definitely hope that if we get that let me put it this way, when we get the conclusion of the Snyderverse, that we get to hear Henry Cavill give that speech to Darkseid, because if they don't do that, that is a wasted opportunity.
I swear, if I ever meet Henry if I ever attend a panel where Henry's at, I'm gonna ask him to do the speech.
Yeah, exactly.
And I will record it. I will record it, and then he's like, "Wait, it also something else. Support Jared from Comics League on YouTube."
Yes,
okay.
Thank you. I will appreciate that. But anyway, so that's where we're going to leave it. In terms of how I rate this episode, I give it a solid 16 out of 10. Because so much Jennifer Hale, so much. There wasn't a lot of. I would have given it a 17 out of 10, but the politics thing. So I took it down 1 point. I gave it 20.
You took it down for 1 point. Reminder, everybody, we have a scale from 1 to 10.
Yes, but again, it's so much Jennifer Hale and a Wonder Woman centered episode that was actually respectful to Wonder Woman. Oh! Bruce Timm actually stretched his legs. Actually, Bruce Timm was not involved in this episode from like a creative standpoint. It was more Dwayne McDuffie and Dan Reba was the director.
Well, Dwayne McDuffie involved. You know it's going to be good.
Yeah. So how would you rate this episode, Nick?
I would give it a 9 out of 10. It's really good, really enjoyable. The politics do knock it down a peg, but honestly, as much as I huffed and puffed about it, it's just one scene, and then it's kind of never mentioned again.
I was about to say, it's not like they really just hammer you over the head the entire episode. They like bring it up like once or twice in passing lines, and then you're done. So I'm like, all right.
So I give it a 9.
That's good. 7 points less than what I gave it. So man, you such a
I'm not as big of a Hale fan as you.
If this episode featured Laura Bailey prominently, you would give it a bunch of points. Trust me.
Probably.
So the next
for the record, Laura Bailey is my Jennifer Hale, just for you to know.
Yes, exactly. So next episode we're going to be talking about is Flash and Substance, which introduces several timeline issues when it comes to the Flash that Bruce Timm did, that the creative team did when they created the Flash Museum. We'll talk about that there. So
man, these timelines are so confusing.
It's almost as if we need a movie where the Flash comes in and turns everyone into a PS1 game.
You know, where the Flash really hammers home his point.
Yeah, exactly. So stay heroic, everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Lois Lane sucks. She belongs to